you are, girl. I miss you. Shanika Town Business. You were the 18th person. Thank you. I always say what my like number is too. Here, you probably noticed that I'll be randomly like number 158. I like to do that. All right, y'all. Let me show you this first video. This was the one that let me know I could celebrate. The reason is because I remember saying from the 313, I remember saying last week that we had decided, and if you know, you know who we is. If you part of we, as I say what I'm saying, then go ahead and raise your hand in the chat. Because I know everybody here ain't for me. I done already done my research on everybody who comes in my show. Listen, when Umar Johnson would go live, while he was going live for 2-3 hours, I was researching all y'all motherfuckers, sending it to him. This is the ops. They just here. This the ops. They gonna carry this shit back. I watch everything. I research cash apps. I research email addresses. I used to work for Apple, and I had employees that like to lie. So I am good, and I'm somebody's ex-wife, as I say. So I know everybody ain't here for me, but I knew that I could celebrate because last week I said we have decided that it's best for Jaguar to just be silenced. We need to silence her. She needs to be confused and silent, and she needs to watch us live our lives without her. And eventually we'll stop talking about her, and she'll keep figuring out a way to figure out if we're talking about her, and eventually she'll go away. But she has to go away because we've exterminated her. Either that or she'll have to exterminate herself. Now, what that means is not up to me. And I don't give a fuck how it plays out. I just do realize that if there's a roach in your house, it's got to go. And see, you got to understand that demons run in packs, and I fuck with them because they work for me. Okay? But you also have to understand that if you see one roach, it's a million behind them, behind the walls. They done sent that little roach out. Little Tommy the Roach, going out there and see if they serious about their real life. See if they leave bananas on the floor. See if they sweep at night. See if they mop with bleach. See if they use hot water. See what they about, Tommy. Going out there, little Tommy the Roach, and see if you live. And your job is to destroy that roach so it sends no evidence back to the nest that things are safe on this side of the wall. Because for every Jaguar Wright, there's a Umar Johnson, there's a Jaja, whatever her hell her name is. It's a million of them. And the reason why we've done what we've done and said what we've said, even though we weren't able to always articulate it or make sense out of it, because a lot of times you just move with the flow of the energy. I'm trying not to be serious, y'all, but I got to just say what it is. The reason why is because we have been called to set the record straight. After the breakdown crew, Hear Her's crew, Red Label. That's not Red Label Confessions, is it? I think it's Red Label Confessions. It's a whole lot of channels that have just come together. Some of us don't get along, but some of us know we're here for the right reason. To expose what is Jaguar Wright. Just like we had to expose what was Umar Johnson and Gerardo Zuniga and the lead attorney and Sean Davy Way and OKP and Night and Day and Real Street Star. We had to expose all these motherfuckers who were coming to exploit our consciousness and rape us mentally, emotionally, and financially. We have had to find every single one, shine the light on that bitch, and step on it till it's no longer in existence. Because if you've ever stepped on a roach, just because it cracked don't mean it's broke. You got to get that thing and get it right. Now, I know because I lived in Mississippi. I went to Jackson State from Michigan. Them roaches were so motherfucking big. I said, these motherfuckers was here during slavery. I know they was. It was some shit you had to do, though, to keep them roaches down because they flew. You had to mop real good. You had to keep your trash. Same thing in China. You had to take your trash out. I had to teach my nannies how to get over the roaches because they thought that shit was normal. My nannies. I'd be like, no, 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 no. You wash dishes with hot water. You use dish soap. You use bleach. I imported 409. Do you understand? Because we're not having no roaches here. This shit ain't normal. This shit ain't normal. Listen, I shut my whole apartment down and stayed somewhere else because I saw a little mouse dropping. I had the whole building crew come in looking at my apartment. That's your louser. Bushihuan louser. I don't like mice. Well, Shemegwaran, I'm American. I'm African American. We don't live like that. I don't know where you guys got this normalcy with these roaches and these rats, but African Americans, we don't live like that. Okay, honey. So you're gonna have to come in here and get that shit together. Our standards of living in African America are much higher than this. So I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get these roaches and these rats because I'm not here to kill them. I'm paying you to do it. But we had to go ahead and do it, and we did it. And even if it don't last long, we did it. We put a we what you got to understand is we put a fence around the situation in such a way that it could only go so far, and it ended up where it was because there was nowhere else it could go. Anyway, let me share this with y'all. I ain't even started smoking yet. Oh, you know what made me listen to that Nas song? This comment right here is gonna remind me because there was a part in there where P Diddy was like, "I don't care if you white, I don't care if you black, I don't care if you Asian, I don't care if you rich, I don't care if you poor, I don't care if you smart, I don't care if you dumb. If you about this evolution and this change in our consciousness, then we on the same motherfucking team." But for black people, sometimes we got to gather together and beat a hoe down inside our own community because we would hate for Jaguar Wright to get trotted in front of some white media and make all of us look bad. So we got to take care of her in house. Shout outs to us. Sometimes it has to be done. When I was raised in the hood, things were handled in the hood. So there's some things that we have to handle before it goes too far. She's not going to be out in 72 hours. No, this is her second time in a month, literally 1 month. Go back and look at the videos. The videos of her last mental health 1 month ago. Y'all, let me show you something real quick. I'm just gonna play this real quick, and you know I gotta talk over it because a bitch likes to a bitch. I'm not gonna do that. Listen, I told y'all I wasn't gonna do that. I'm gonna play this video, and we gonna follow fair use. So I'm gonna talk over it a little bit. And I'm not going to talk bad about the people who've allowed this to get too far because they were so thirsty for views that they didn't have any integrity. They know who they are. Let's see. Because some of us are about freedom, justice, and equality, not exploitation. Now, if you can see this, I would appreciate if you give me a 1 in the chat. Let me check. And if you can hear this, I would appreciate. I've been careful, although this source has been a great source for some Jaguar Wright tea. This person said that no one was ever allowed to use their video again, but this person didn't create the Fair Use Law or the Copyright Act of 1976, I think it was. So I know that we have a right to use this according to fair use. It's supposed to be playing. Let me see why it's not. Oh, because it's muted like my other my house video. Hold on. If you can hear this, let me know in the chat.
Okay, Jag, would you like to give a statement?
Can I get some confirmation? Say I can hear it or something. Let me know.
My name is
quality, I love it.
Wright Johnson.
Okay, I'm gonna start it over, but I'm gonna tell you when I knew I could go ahead and I'm gonna tell you when I knew I could go ahead and celebrate. I hold my breath until shit is over because I've been in fights that took weeks, months, years, decades. Okay. Thank you, Elizabeth. And so as this thing has progressed, I have still heard a certain arrogance and a certain fight and a certain strength in the voice of Jaguar Wright when she does these phone calls. This is the first time I ever heard her this week, and I am pleased. Because what it says to me this is that either medically, thank you, Lynn B, either medically or psychologically or spiritually, she has finally become the submissive that she's made everyone else be. Thank you, Fuchil. Appreciate you. Salute to you too. You got to tell me about this ruler. Oh, I didn't drop the link. I'm sorry, y'all. You got to tell me about this rumor. Because there's so many. But I heard it in her voice, so I'm gonna start it over again. But I can hear because I have people that I know very closely who you just wait to hear that submission from. And this bitch was a dominatrix. So she got off and got paid by hearing submission come from other people. You feel me? So it's nice to hear it. It's nice to hear it the other way. Y'all gonna be mad at me. I'm not doing this to make you mad. run across the house real quick. Come on back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate your grace. I appreciate your grace. No, Coach Brooksy, we just getting started. I'm telling you, I always take a minute to get started because I know us. I try to start on time every week, but we don't always start at 7. I go live at 7, but I know it takes a while for us to get up in here. Yeah, we're going to talk about this, Jewels. We are also going to talk about those cheekbones because they are on fire. Okay, honey? So it's nice to hear her week. Now, I realize that the reason why she's saying her name and her birth date is to prove that she's not insane. Because I remember when my dad was dying, the nurse came in every day to check his name, what date it was, that sort of thing. And one day he got it wrong. He said his name, but he couldn't remember what year it was. And he knew that if he got it wrong, they were going to try to incapacitate him and get it over with. And he still had a little more fight left in him. And so he said, wait a minute. And then he said his whole name before the nurse walked out the room, and he said, and Barack Obama is the president. He was completely right. So I understand why she said that, to identify, and it was kind of like code for I'm in the right state of mind. But I'm loving the confusion that she's under. Let's go. Oh, I'm sharing my screen. I'm clicking the wrong shit. Hold on.
Give a statement.
Yes, sweetheart. My name is Jaguar Wright Johnson. I was born May 17th, 1977.
Who's in the background?
I am now technically being held here in Parkland Hospital in Dallas, Texas, off of, Southwestern? Harry High 52.
Go ahead and get them lights up,
Okay,
y'all.
against my will.
Shout outs to the breakdown crew.
I've been drugged.
She's being held against her will. Ask me anybody who's in a mental hospital and they just walked in and said, hey, I got a week to spare. I ain't got shit to do today. Okay, get you a snack, mama, because we going to be here for a minute tonight. I got that melatonin in that baby's soul. Listen, Quatita's not working by herself. I said we. Y'all's energy is amazingly powerful. Quatita would never take credit for this by herself. She was the mouthpiece. But our energy is aligned. We are only 6 degrees of separation from one another. You think that what Quatita articulated hadn't already been articulated in the ethos in prayer? She was connected with the people to actually release what needed to be released. But many people had been praying this way, making videos this way. See, because the thing is, if Jacqueline had never been so selfish and stupid as to get Angela, she would never be in this situation. Look at my videos. I was talking about her, but not to this degree. I wasn't talking about her on the phone with the police when they set the car on fire, when she was kissing the young girl who was probably being sex trafficked by her boyfriend in that bar in Phoenix over there on the north side. I wasn't at it like that, but when she got that girl and she started trafficking that girl on these cameras like a fucking freak show, like Barnum and Bailey or some bullshit, that's when I got involved in the degree that I got involved in. But all of us had been thinking this way. People have been making videos about Jaguar for years. Listen, y'all, my best friend texted me months ago and was like, you remind me of Jaguar Wright, and I went off on him. Don't even try it. She wishes she could be me. She wishes she could walk in my heels. When the last time you saw that bitch in some heels? So anyway, speaking of which, let me put mine on. I took my shoes off. Yes, I do. I work in heels, honey. Even though I sit at this very spot all day, I still wear my heels, honey, because it gets me in the mood to make money, honey. Dress for the job you want, not the one you got. And the job I want is to be kept by myself. I want to walk around in my house in heels like the Golden Girls. Remember on the Golden Girls when they walk through the house? They be going out to the lanai to have a cocktail. They used to always sound like this on the show. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody said I got to be quiet. So anyway, y'all, that was when we got involved, and our energy has been so powerful to bring this bitch, this dog, this whore, this hog, this pimp, this drug dealer, this low life to submission. And she ain't by herself. She the first domino.
which I'm still
She's
groggy
sitting next to
from.
another one.
And
Domino.
I was arrested again by the DeSoto police when I went there to pick up my property.
She went back to the police station. Y'all, if the police stole my phone and my dildo, they can have it. Okay? You got a Shurian for a reason. Call in that other insurance policy or just go buy one. You steal, you know what to do. You know how to move. Bitch, just use Angela's phone. It ain't no way in fucking hell I'm going back to the police station after I got arrested at the police station. That's like getting fired on your day off. Come on, somebody. It ain't no way. Hold on, let me get together. There we go. Sorry, Rick. That's my nigga right there. It ain't no way. I'm going back. Listen, when you don't realize who you are and the consequences of your actions, and you call people, talk about also known as Jaguar Wright, like anybody cares, your dumb ass will go back up to the police station because you know what? I'm gonna tell you the prayer my mama taught me to pray. She won't call this witchcraft because she prayed it in the name of Jesus, but you could say this to whoever. Send confusion to confusion. Send distraction to distraction. To those things, those places, those people, those entities, those forces, those principalities that choose to confuse us, send confusion. To those that try to distract us, send distraction. Whatever energy they come to us with, send it back. That's why if you call me and say, have a great day, I say, same to you. Because whatever spirit you just sent me, same to you. Listen, I don't have to fight. I'm too pretty to fight. Okay? So what you'll hear on this call is the confusion that's been sent to confusion, the distraction and the disillusionment and the deceit and the exploitation and the submission that has been sent back to the source. Because you have to remember that at the very beginning of the governess's video, she said, I'm going to teach you about transferring who, what? Tell me in the chat. What she say? I'm gonna teach you about transferring what? Because the thing that we're talking about, transferring, can not be destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. Can anybody tell me what that thing is? Since we here, 300 strong. The governor said she was going to teach people how to transfer energy. And I'm going to tell you about that damn energy. I used to have kids come into my class with cookies. I send them little niggas home with suckers at 8 o'clock at night after a 4-hour class. Because you sent your goddamn kid to my class eating fucking chocolate chip cookies. Now I'm going to send them to bed at bedtime with some goddamn lollipops. Fuck with me. And they ain't got no homework. So it ain't shit for them to do for the next 4 hours while that sugar wear out, but get on your goddamn nerves because you sent that little nigga to my class with cookies. And you knew he wasn't going to sit down. So now I'm going to transfer that energy right back to you, mom, grandmom, because you didn't care enough about me or your child to make sure we had a healthy learning environment. So now I don't care about your goddamn peace or your house. He going to tear up your shit too. See, what you got to understand is that the transference of energy. Because I was tired, right? After we did that first long live, hear her, that 18-hour live, I was tired. I stayed home. I rested. I should have went and got a massage. I knew what to do though. Because when you're asleep, the most powerful things can happen. I'm not going to spill too much tea. But listen, while I was asleep, I made sure I sent that energy right back. You'll notice that a lot of times there'll be days when I don't go live because I want to make sure that energy gets back. I'm not going to keep nursing that energy. No, bitch, it's going back. All the late nights where we sitting here trying to make sure we calling the right police department, waiting for the phone to ring so they can get us the information we need, making sure, there's a fence and a hedge, making videos 24/7, literally on purpose to keep the fire and the oil burning. This was not about views. Nobody got rich off of this. Listen, really? Really? Even Jaguar didn't get rich. She was trying to sell her fucking musty pussy down at the doggone Jamaican jerk joint. Nobody got rich off of this. Goomba didn't get rich. Ain't nobody been rich. Angela didn't get rich. Nobody got anything out of this. We had to set the fucking record straight. Let me get back to it, y'all. Just trying to follow fair use.
That they've been holding unlawfully for a week. I called and I spoke to Lieutenant Tim Warren, who was the commanding officer there. And he told me that it was all good. Everything was fine. Going up. I even brought the pussy a treat. I brought.
Now, do you think the police are going to tell you there's another warrant for your arrest before you come up there? Their job is to arrest you. I've seen the police do some of the most amazing things to get people to jail. Have you ever seen those stings they do where like they'll send all these people that owe child support money a letter saying they want a TV and come to this place to get your free TV, and them greedy niggas come and get arrested? So she talked to Tim Warren or whatever his name was, and he said it was all good. It was for them. Stupid. What would make you think if you just got arrested? I've seen people get arrested. I remember this one dude filmed at one of our protests, and he had like 5 or 6,000 views. At that time, that was a lot. Okay, that was a long time ago, and he had like 5 or 6,000 views, and he got arrested for that live. And they came back after we got him out of jail. They came back and arrested him for something else. Matter of fact, when I got arrested, I had to actually meet and make sure that there was nothing else that I could be arrested for. I literally had to make sure, because they can arrest you over and over and over again. After you get arrested once, if you haven't been to court yet and that thing hasn't been solved, they can keep arresting you. So why would you go back up to the motherfucking police station? Thank you, Miss T. Taylor, baby. I appreciate you. Why would you go, excuse me, why would you go back up to the police station? And why would you trust a police officer to tell you the truth about your shit? They just arrested you. They stole your phone, remember? And whatever else that was. Y'all, I was going to put a care package together today for her. But I didn't want to waste none of my own shit because I'm not doing that. Anyway, here we go.
A big treat. And the fucker, somebody said,
I just love how weak she sounds.
It could have been worse. You could have had all kinds of people jumped on you. You know, he's just sending you
Look
to
at
the
that
hospital.
shirt she
You
wearing.
shouldn't complain.
Who's she repping on that dumbass shirt? Some co-conspirators. Some co-defendants. Damn. Oh. My friend just painted a dresser. That's how you know you old, when you get excited about shit like that. Look who she repping on her t-shirt. Some co-defendants, some co-exploiters. I think they bought 6 interviews from her. They only filmed 1. Don't nobody feel bad for that bitch. If you here and you feel bad for her, and I know the one person who is here for her, you still allowed to be here, and you can still keep sending me cash apps. I'll take them. I sit down with the devil every day. That's my nigga. Olosi, that's my nigga. You feel me? So you could be here, you could stay here. Listen, it ain't nothing for you here. You could take back all this tea. Take back that we got our foot on that drugged up hoe's neck. Still tonight. Her mind and her heart has not changed. And what I allow you to listen to is going to absolutely let you know that. We're going to listen to it again because I'm talking all over it on purpose. So we're going to listen to it again. I just got to follow the law. Our whole live got shut down last week because I went and used the bathroom for literally 5 minutes. It wasn't even maybe that long. Went and just used the bathroom real quick. I had to tinkle. I've been drinking tea. Wrong live, wrong show. I had been drinking tea all night and I had to pee. And so I played the video, whatever, and they took the whole 5 hour live down because of that one video. So I'm just being careful. Jaguar Wright doesn't get her own show, James Anderson. This show is called Breakdown, and my name is DELACREMEDELA. She's on my show. She don't get no motherfucking show. She tried it. She don't even have the discipline to have a show. She said, listen, have you seen her website lately?
Was said, it was said at that police station. I've reported on Bobby's shop to everyone that will listen in this hospital, and it still stands. I told them, standing next to someone who's doing nothing but lying.
I love this. This is
Thou
beautiful.
shalt not bear false witness.
This is beautiful. Let's clap for her in the chat. Give her a clap for this.
Why do you feel like you're
For
there?
this confusion.
I feel like I'm here because they're trying to find a way to discredit me so they can wipe away the fact that it's pretty clear now that the Soto police have been working with Bobby and the cartel to flood poison drugs into DeSoto.
And you know what's crazy is I do believe that's probably actually happening. Hold on. I can't let y'all see my
Okay,
house
Jag, would
yet.
you like to give a statement?
I'll let you see my house when I get in it. Anyway, I do honestly believe that what she's saying is happening. But you know what? That ain't why you in there, honey. Nope, 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 nope. That ain't why you in there. You in there for different shit. Let me play this one more time while I find this other video.
Okay, Jag, would you like to give a statement?
I'm gonna talk a little bit over it, y'all.
Yes, sweetheart. My name is Jacqueline Suzette Wright Johnson.
Oh yeah, they are.
I was born May 17th, 1977.
Not Rosemary's Baby.
I am now technically being held here in Parkland Hospital in Dallas, Texas.
Right.
Off of, what is it, Southwestern? Harry Hine 52. Okay. Against my will.
Against my will.
I've been drugged once, which I'm still groggy from. And
that's the good. Listen, do you hear how powerless this woman is right now? She can hardly put her words together. She believes that that's the reason why she's there, and I love it. Because you gotta send confusion to confusion. See, you can't pray that your enemy be destroyed and then pray that they get better. No, they've made a decision. We gave them time. One thing I love about Islam is that in Islam there is the belief, and I remember when Osama bin Laden apologized to George Bush because he said, in the Quran, in the second surah, it says we need to give you an opportunity to convert to our way before we destroy you. And I didn't give you that opportunity, George Bush. I should have come to you because my half brother is your friend, one of your best friends. So I could have come to you like a man and given you an opportunity to do things the way that I want you to do them. I didn't. I just released what I had to release and did what I had to do because I was tired of your shit, but I didn't do it the formal way correctly. Please believe she's been given opportunity to do this right. She's made a decision for her life. And y'all talk about homosexuality leading to a reprobate mind. This, what you see right here, is a motherfucking reprobate mind. This bitch is confused and it's beautiful. Because she's had us spinning. How many hours did we spend talking about that fire for her to come back and laugh at us? Ha ha, that was a fake picture. Ha ha. Stupid. Now, bitch, you locked up. Hugging yourself. Hoping somebody come take care of you. After you exploited that girl. I'm going to call her what the fuck she is to me because I'm 42 years old. She's a girl to me. I'm old enough to be her mother, so I can't call her a woman because I haven't seen her be a woman. She wasn't able to keep her home. She wasn't able to keep her car. She doesn't have any solid relationships in her life. She couldn't keep her job. I don't see a woman. I see a girl. I see a young girl who still needs her parents in her life. At her age, I did too, and I was married. So I'm going to treat her with the compassion that my heart said to treat her, because she's still young enough. I seen her heart. So I see some different things. I see a girl who's begging to be loved. African parents are tough, man. You just got to cut them off and keep it moving. I think my parents were African in the past life. Some of them parents are toxic. They're so dedicated and so determined for you to be successful that they destroy your soul. And that's what she's dealing with. She's not an intellectual. That girl couldn't put an essay together to save her life, but she's spiritual. And that's where her bent is. And in a perfect world, she'd have a shop somewhere where she could do readings and spells and stuff all day and be able to pay for her own way and make her own money. I receive it for her. She'll be fine. She'll be free. But this bitch right here, this scallywag, this hoe right here, has made a decision about her life. We are close to the same age. So I know those moments in life where you get an opportunity to make a decision and you say, okay, and you know, because you're knowledgeable enough that if I make this decision, then I'm making a decision for my life. She's made those decisions. She went into a fucking hair store and tried to sell some pussy a week ago. She said if anybody want to talk to Angela, everybody pays. She said the girl got 5 minutes to talk. 2 minutes. Anything over that is gonna be what'd she say? Hear her? $500 for every 5 minutes or some shit like that. She made a decision about her life. So I have no reason to feel. See, you got to be decisive. Part of the reason why some of us ain't what we want to be is because you haven't been decisive. I decided what we were going to do with her. We talked about it. We decided. We giving her a little dignity. Y'all ain't seen her ass out. Y'all ain't seen her pussy hanging out. Y'all ain't seen her passed out on the street. Y'all ain't seen her get her ass whooped like we had to do with Charlemagne for him to finally act right. It's a lot of ways we've treated her with grace. Please believe it. We've been very kind to her. And where she is right now is our grace, bitch. Our grace. Those of us who are change agents, those of us who make decisions about the flow of this world that we live in, that we've been made responsible for, that we created millions of years ago and came back to take care of. Because bitches like her running around and people want to make entertainment out of it. It's not entertaining to me. We gonna have some fun tonight, I promise. I be going off. I'm so sorry. But how dare this bitch sit here talk about she incarcerated illegally against her will? Yeah. Yeah. That's where you at. That's the place you've put your life in. You are not safe on the streets. And they've done you a favor by placing you in a mental hospital.
I was arrested again by the DeSoto police when I went there to pick up my property that they've been holding unlawfully for a week. I called and I spoke to Lieutenant Penn Warren, who was the commanding officer there. And he told me that it was all good. Everything was fine. I haven't brought the pussy a
You
treat.
stupid.
I brought some a big
Now,
treat.
how somebody who's
And
so street smart, this woman, and that's what I'm talking about, sending confusion to confusion. Thank you, Lynn B. I appreciate your encouragement. How I'm talking about sending confusion to confusion. I'm talking about making a bitch drive around in circles with her radio up. You know how motherfucking a pain in the ass that is. Hey, Uncle Charles. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about making a bitch do some dumb shit because she's so fucking smart. That you gotta allow. See, one thing you'll know if we ever get to play spades with you, with me, I'm gonna let you get some books, baby. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get some books, baby. Go ahead and play that 3 of clubs. I'm gonna let it walk. Because, bitch, I got some waiting for you. I need you to get your confidence up. See, you got to understand, for those of us who purposely been silent, it's not by accident. We know what we doing. Listen, we got this bitch to go take her ass back up to the motherfucker that we got her to go to last time. Now, if I told you come here and then punched you, would you come back? We told that bitch last week to go up to the police station and she listened. Me and Oshun in there. We said we got a little game of chicken for you, and we know you like to win. We actually talked to Oya because Oya told her, you gonna embarrass the DeSoto police. Oya know how to get somebody to fight and do some dumb shit. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. She's so smart. She's stupid. It's called arrogance. I check myself all day, every day. Have to. My boss had to check me this week. She was like, I'm just trying to help you. I was like, oh, you right. My ego. Listen. She don't need no rest. She need to rest in pieces. Fuck that hoe. We been nice to her. But we got this bitch. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how smart we are, y'all. We got this hoe to go up to the police station last week. Show her motherfucking ass. Get arrested long enough for us to put some things in place behind the scenes. Okay? Then when she got out of jail, we kept her so angry about it because she's removed herself from any good thing. Every good and perfect thing comes from us, and we took it from her when she violated us, and she violated us as a community, and she violated our rules, and she was arrogant, and she continued on with it. We took away every good thing from her, so all she can feel is anger and rage. That's what we left her to. When she had us spinning around in circles about that car, we were like, okay, bitch, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get mine. So we had her on the phone all goddamn day, calling the mayor's office, and they recording everything. Calling the police station, they record, and then going live doing that shit. We said, yeah, do that. I'm going to tell y'all a real quick story. So Oba was married to Ogun, and Oshun wanted him. So Oshun had become real good friends with Oba. And Oba wanted to know how to get Ogun's dedication. So Oshun said, cut your ear off and put it in a stew. Give it to him and he love you forever. She knew Ogun hated that shit. So Oba did it. Ogun ate the stew. Oh, no, it wasn't Oba. Yeah, it was Oba. She did this to Oya, too. And then Ogun ate the stew, and he was upset and angry, and he threw Oba out, and then Oshun got to have her man. Listen, honey, don't fuck with Oshun's daughters. I will love you to death. I said it. So we gave her this grandiose idea of herself and made her feel so self-important that she called the mayor's office all day. Because you know good and damn well if she had called me or you, nothing would have happened. She was just making phone calls. But she called the right people with the right resources to move this thing forward just the way we needed it to. Everything happened in the right way, and she did it. Umar did the same thing. We watched him self-destruct on his own. Wasn't much we had to do. Ain't nobody tell you go live in a school and say you got the lights on. Nigga, you don't think we gonna call down there and find out and then tell them you stole them lights? Nigga, we stop caring about you. We don't protect you because you don't protect us. We've drawn a line in the sand as a community. And we know what imposters look like. See, all skin folk ain't right. That's what we here for. That's what we here for. So we got this bitch to take her to call the police and tell them she was on the way. Hey, detective such and such. And you know she was boorish when she did it. Detective such and such, I'm on the way. You got my phone, bitch. And he was like, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm so sorry for what you experienced. I hate that it went that far. We just want to make it right. Come on up, get your phone, ma'am. Whatever, thanks for the treats. We're here for you. If there's anything we can do. Partner 602 401. Jacqueline Wright is on her way up here. She might be wearing a shitty diaper. Make sure you've got on gloves. 10-4. They rolled out the red carpet for that hoe. I hadn't even thought about this till right now. That's why I know I'm in the right place with the right people. I'm about to drop that link again. Y'all ain't gonna make me do all this by myself. I can. I can. Oh, I never sent it. I'm sorry. Have y'all ever done that at work? Or with somebody and be like, you didn't respond to my message, ho? Oh shit, I forgot to send that shit. My bad. I can't tell you. This doggone internet be fucking with me. I'll forget to send shit in a heartbeat. I sent a message at work the other day that came the next morning. It frazzled everybody. And I was like, damn, I sent that at 5 o'clock yesterday. Listen, there it is. Hey, Bonnie B. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, you know I love Oba. I do love Oba. Whenever I encounter Oba, the reminder is, bitch, don't give up nothing for a nigga, cause he got plenty of bitches, and don't let a bitch talk you out of your shit. Maybe the dingo ate the baby. Yeah, I am so happy. I have I have purposely allowed myself to save this for this moment. Y'all, so we got the bitch to go up there. Now, keep in mind, I'm gonna find the information, and if you guys have the information that talks about the warrant, the mental health warrant, I did not research it. I didn't look it up. I didn't do nothing. If you got it, please email it to me, or I think I think that I designed my channel to allow links in the chat on purpose. So if you try it, let me know. If I don't see it, I'll tell you so. How about that? Bars. But yeah, Miss T Taylor, baby, you got some tea on that? You mind coming up and sharing something on that? So that I don't have to, because I honestly am so ignorant when it comes to this whole situation, and I know that y'all know I'm not the only smart person in the room, so I know that y'all know. um Fuck that motherfucking hoe. You type it in, you misspell it, I'll say it. Is that our deal, Petty? You say it in the chat and misspell it, I'll say it like it needs to be said. God damn, thank you, Miss T Taylor, baby. Oshun is my favorite. She's my mother. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, Bonnie B. Um, Another one. It might have been, I forget what month it was, but there was a time when Oshun set me down. She wouldn't allow me to worship her. She told me that she did not trust me to worship her because I did not worship myself. Don't that sound like Oshun? She was like, "How can I really trust you to worship me? You don't worship yourself. How could you worship another God and you don't even worship yourself?" So she set me down for like 5 months and had me do altars to myself, had me do spells to myself, had me give offerings to myself. Like literally, I had a whole altar in my house, and every day it was a little bit different. And in that time was when I got to learn about the different chakras and how they work together to become one power. And when she called me back, I was like, I'm good. You can sit next to me. She said, that's what I'm talking about. She said, only goddesses worship Oshun. She said, those girls you see, all those girls are not goddesses. She said, only gods worship Oshun. You can't worship me if you don't worship yourself. I don't trust it. Because she told me, she said, when you taste the honey, you got to allow yourself to enjoy the honey. Can't nobody taste what you can taste. It's for you. That's the one thing you do that's for you. Enjoy the honey, honey. I love Mama Oshun. And Eshu is my father as well. So it's an interesting little balance. But they lend me to other gods from time to time. You know, I am a follower of Ifa. I don't get into it as heavy as I used to. I've started to learn that knowledge is infinite and crosses culture. And I've lived in another part of the world as well where certain religious practices were literally illegal. So I've had to learn how to worship me, which Ifa definitely does teach. Definitely, Ifa always empowers you to go back to yourself. And Ifa, actually, one thing I love about Ifa is Ifa. I loved these conversations with my mother because I'd say it's against my religion to argue with you. I just can't. It's a violation of my religious duty as a Babalorisha to argue with you. I can't. I could fuck, I could smoke, but I cannot argue with you. I just can't. I might die and go to hell if I argue with you. I'm not trying to make you think what I think or do what I do, you know? And I love it. I love Ifa. I've grown a lot from honoring and understanding Ifa. Oh, thank you, Riri. So this conversation gonna go everywhere. Hold on, what this say? She was joking around with Legina and said, "I'm going down to the police station to get her property." Yeah. Oshun, Yemoja, Shango, and Ogun. Yes, they are my Norgods. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love everything that they've done. And what one thing we know in Ifa is they are me. We all know in Ifa that these gods and these goddesses are figments of our imagination and they represent a part of us. Ifa don't make you believe that there's actually some dude chilling in your house. Shango will tell you if you spend enough time with him that it's just your mental. Ifa allows you to unlock certain parts of your psyche and personality by segmenting them into different colors and practices and personalities. But Obatala is you, Oshun is you, Oya is you, Olorun is you, Olokun is you. All of them are you. There's altars. Yes, we have altars, but Ifa will teach you this is just a physical representation of what's already deep down inside of you. Goomba. Poor Goomba. Goomba is also a bitch ass nigga, and his is coming. We just ain't got to him yet. We're using Goomba right now because just like Hear Her has the ability to draw a certain Jaguar out for the public to see, so that we can screenshot it and send it to the police. Goomba has the ability to do that as well, and all of our enemies are our footstools. Um, you know. We do our thing with our magic wand. So we letting Goomba live for a little bit. He gets some mediocre pussy, for a little bit. He playing daddy for a couple weeks. That's gonna get tiring though, because he don't really have a whole lot of consistency. He's never had a job. So we're allowing him to be, but we're going to come to him in the way that we need to come to him. His demise will be legal, but let me not tell it all. Oh, y'all still talking about that wedding cake, and I'm smoking cheap weed too. Oh, well, T Lady, the reason why she had to make everything public is because we told her to. Man, one of the best things about being a manager for me was how I would make my job so easy. Like, I had this great relationship with my employees, and sometimes if they did something wrong and I had to write them up and it was hard to uncover, because I learned a lot from the legal system. When we were in Charlotte and we fucked shit up, I told everybody, don't plead guilty to shit. I don't care if they got you on camera. Make them use all their resources. Make them use their iPads, their computers, their cell phones, their elevators, their choppers. Make them use every single thing except their guns. Make them use their resources to prove that you did what they said you did. But I had a great relationship with my employees, and I'd be like, I understand sometimes you get sleepy at work and you want to work on company, sleep on company time. It's okay, just tell me. And they tell me, and the whole time I'm writing the email, based on our conversation, blah, 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 scuba da blah, dibbity beep bop boop. Appreciate you. Read that, send it back to me. Because you told me. That's what we had to do. That's what we had to do. We had to draw this person out. Do you realize that these things happen every day? What you saw with Jaguar Wright happens. She represented like 12,000 different people. And what I mean by that is that the succession of events that we watched as this community has grown over maybe the last month or two, maybe just a month. When was my last cruise over? February 3rd. And I came back from that, and that was the hot tub, right? That was the weekend of the fire. And the week or two before that was the barbershop event, or incident rather. Okay. So since solar came in, thank God for solar for making all this shit easy. She was laying low. And then she laid low again until she got caught up with Angela. And that happened to be the one. Because one thing you don't do is fuck with God's children. And Angela got some solid family praying for her. And there are no morals to this magic. That's something we understand. So anything that needs to be done to get something done gets done. That's why she's so loud and vocal, because she did what needed to be done. We ain't got a whole lot of energy to be fighting with niggas for years about this shit. Let's go ahead and wrap this shit up. Let's do this speedy. Let's do this speedy. You know, let's do this speedy. If the barbershop is fucked up, take the barbershop down too. Everybody going down. It might be a whole lot of niggas that fall because of this one. Wait till R. Kelly stuff really comes out like it's supposed to. Look what happened with Jeffrey Epstein once we finally got the attention of the powers that be so that that situation could be made right. Look at all the people that fail with that nigga. Excuse me. So, I mean, you know, shout outs to Goomba for being used by us, but his time is coming too. And so are all the bloggers who are a partner in these crimes of exploitation and human trafficking and forced labor.
I said,
Hold on.
see, it could have been worse. You could have had all kinds of people jumped on you. You know, he's just sending you to the hospital. You shouldn't complain. That's what I was said. You know, it was said at
I told
that
you
police
we were nice to
station.
her.
I've reported on Bobby's shop to everyone that will listen in this hospital, and it still stands.
What still
I told
stands?
them, standing next to someone who's doing nothing but lying,
Excuse me. She talking about herself?
thou shalt not bear false witness.
I always think it's amazing when
Why do
people
you feel
quote the
like you're
Bible.
there?
I feel like I'm here because they're trying to find a way to discredit me so they can wipe away the fact that it's pretty clear now that the Soto police have been working with Bobby and the cartel to flood poison drugs into DeSoto.
And that possibly is so fucking true, but who gives a fuck, bitch? You threatened to kill your ex-husband, boyfriend, baby daddy's mama. Man, I'm telling you. When I got into that shit where I had to put the police in Charlotte in check, I made sure my taxes was paid. I made sure my tags were good. I made sure every single obligation I had to the government was intact so that I didn't have any problems. You can't start shit and your shit ain't right. Who gives a fuck if the cartel is working with the police and Bobby them? You smoked the fentanyl weed. Allegedly. You did the cocaine allegedly. Didn't you? So who gives a fuck? None of that has anything to do with this. What we're talking about right now is you. And the Bobby Nim. Okay, so it was P. Diddy in the court. Oh no. Was it Sean Combs or Sean Quarter? It was Sean Quarter for the court. Sean Quarter got the court. And then, well, who threw the ashes on the people? That was you, right? Jaguar. And then who was it? I'm trying to remember. Who was it that brought that girl across country and didn't tell her that she was gonna be forced to do interviews and then sold the interviews? That was you. Who who was at the dollar store selling pussy to a nigga that didn't want it because he could smell it already? That was you. I mean, who set their own car on fire? We talking about crimes. We talking about crimes, and who knows what we don't know? That's the fucking scary part, y'all. We gonna do this walk together. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find this video. You can see my screen? Okay. I'm trying to find this video. It is the video of Jaguar Wright calling the mayor's office. Y'all know what that was titled? When she called the mayor's office. And if y'all could just let me know if I sound all right, if the video's okay, give me a 1 in the chat if it's good, give me a 7 in the chat if it's not. Give me a one in the chat. Oh, Jesus. Not the Medusa crotch, because it was all kind of leaking together, especially with that diaper on. Man, I was going to put a care package together for her with a douche. Seafood prices are way too high for me to get some goddamn crawfish. But I was going to get her a douche, and I was thinking about going to get her a little bowl of egg drop soup, but eggs are $7 a dozen, and she's not worth that. So I was gonna get her a douche, and then I believe I found this little diaper in a drawer. Cause whenever I used to travel with my daughter when she was little, I used to make her wear a diaper while we traveled, even when she was 3. 'Cause we ain't stopping, not anymore, cause that's bad for her bladder. Jaguar. But I was gonna get her a diaper, and I was gonna get her a douche and some condoms, because I like expensive condoms too. These are the good ones. Hold on. These ones right here. These are the good ones. These right here. But I guess from what I hear, these are good ones. From what I hear though, it's too late for that. Who's got the tea on the pregnancy? I'm dropping the link again. If there's a video I should find, let me know. I want to listen to that video when she called the mayor's office. I love this lady, Carib Gold Olga. I really, really do. I think she's gorgeous. I think her commentary is amazing. She is so fucking funny. She always comes on early in the morning, but the thing is, like,
A little
I
sore from the
don't,
beating I
I
took
don't
on.
get into the Jaguar Wright shit before noon. I'll drink some champagne and a Bloody Mary before noon. Hey, Miss Sam. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. But I will not. Thank you. I got it. I will look for that because I know that person. That's actually, I think that's one of Jaguar Wright's Phantom channels. I'll be honest with you. Day and Night or one of them. I think they own. I think those are their channels as well. A lot of their content is the same, especially when it comes to Jaguar Wright. They happen to get it first. But that's good. Um, Let me find this. Let me find that one. I think it's in this one. Y'all want to watch this video again? This was part of the one when she called the crisis hotline. We watched this last week, but that wasn't the whole video apparently. This video actually has the mayor's office on it as well. So y'all mind if we go ahead and dig into this one so that we don't I mean, just keep it simple. She can't get pregnant because of a hysterectomy. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I was hoping that she was at least castrated chemically because I don't think some people should procreate. Especially if you're 43 and you choose not to learn how to read. Like, that's crazy.